What's up, guys? So the other day I started a project on not redoing, but replacing the wheel bearings on my Infiniti. Um, it took a little bit of time because of how it were the original bearings. So, and the car has 177,000 miles on it. So it took quite a while to actually get the bearings off because they were pretty seized. Not even seized. They were basically fused together with the spindle and the whole assembly. So it took a while to get both of them done. So there are bits and pieces of the DIY missing, but for the most part, I covered a bit of it. Like it's pretty self-explanatory, just a bunch of bolts and then exposing the bearing, um, and then just looking for the bolts that hold the bearing in, which is two on each side, and then just literally unscrewing those, banging the bearing out, taking it out, putting the new one in. Um, it took a while because everything was so rusted together, but I like I said, I missed a little bits and pieces there, and that's about it. So here's the DIY. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends' friends, and that's it. In the garage. Um, Now somebody in my in one of my older videos asked to do like more stuff on my Infiniti, so that's what I'm doing now. I'm actually changing both front wheel bearings. First things first, you're gonna want to, before you even take the tire off, you're gonna want to loosen the nut for the axle. With the tire on the ground, you're gonna be able to have the pressure from, I guess, from the earth coming back up and letting you actually take that nut off. If you were to do it while it was lifted off the ground, the wheel's gonna spin. So unless you had an impact, which I do, but fuck that, I didn't do it that way. And like I said, this is all budget stuff. Baby tank, IR, impact, air impact, and my DeWalt impact too. And if you're lucky enough, like I found all of these items new, but off of, people just selling them like on Facebook. For all of those items, like the tank, $100, 11 gallon air compressor, $100. The DeWalt, it's a brand new kit. The DeWalt with the drill and the bag still in the box, it was 120. And the IR impact gun, the air gun, somewhere around there. There it is. With a air ratchet and sockets was also $100. So this is all budget stuff. Brand new it'd be a lot more money, but I bought all of this stuff new, but from, I don't know, from private sellers. So just keep that in mind. Not everything used is bad. Like, I buy a lot of used shit, and so what? But let's get back to the axle. I'll be changing a bunch of this stuff. I'll keep you guys posted. You'll see. So, axle nuts loose and coming off. Here's a better picture of the gun. All the impacts too are from Harbor Freight. Don't get gassed with the whole, oh, I need Snap-on, I need Matco tools. Like, Harbor Freight tools are just as good, in my opinion. But here's the axle nut. Now, I probably won't, you know what? I probably won't take this completely off. I'm gonna get a block of wood. Yeah, I just thought about this. That's why I'm backtracking. Let me get a block of wood, hammer, hit the nut right here so the axle could come out of the splines, and then this whole assembly will want to come loose and the axle will come out. Actually, I might need to replace this axle, but that's for a later date. So actually, that was a lot easier than expected. All I did, I literally just smacked it barely with the big mallet in the wood. Barely smacked it and it came right out. So look, it came right out. So alright, next is you're going to want to take the caliper off. I think this is either a 15 or 16. Take the caliper bracket and then the caliper off. Actually, you could just probably take the bracket off and it'll come out as one unit. Then the brake rotor. Thank God there are no screws in this. And then this whole assembly should just be bare, and I'll be exposing the bearing right after I take all of this out. So let's do that. Now, as you can see, it's nighttime now. I got so focused on taking this shit apart and, you know, trying to finish it that I kind of forgot to take out the step. I mean, to show the steps. So, while do sorry for that, but while doing this, I ran into a few roadblocks. This caliper right here, where is it? Right here. This caliper bracket bolt was super duper seized. So I heated it for like 10 minutes, hit it with the impact. That didn't even work. Heated it. I'd continue that process for like, I did that process for like 3 times. Finally got it out. Now I removed. This should not be hanging like this. I know this is a big no-no, but the zip tie that I had on it broke off, so I'm gonna go put another one. But anyway, that shouldn't be hanging. Don't do that when you do this. But now that I got the bracket off, I took the rotor off, which is right there, the pads off, and then I took the tie rod off to give me a bit of more wiggle room, and I lowered the upper control arm as well, but I just put this in so it wouldn't move. Now, while I was smashing on the bearing to actually get it out, so when hitting the bearing itself in the final steps of taking it out, you might want to put this bolt back in to actually be able to hit it, and having this I don't even know, damn it, what's the name of this? The spindle not move. There we go, the spindle, without having the spindle move all over the place. Once I put that bolt in, I smacked it a bunch of times with the mallet, and it came out. You can tell, well, these were the original bearings, so you can tell they were super seized on there, so I guess that's why, you know, it was really difficult to take out. Let me see if I can, oh, here it is. Here's the back. Here it is. In its fucking glory. Yeah, so this is now trash. New ones will be on in 2 seconds. Button up. Another little tip. I took out the cotter pin for the, well, obviously to take your tie rods and axles out, you're going to have to remove the cotter pins. Do not reuse those cotter pins. The minute you bend them originally, the first time you bend them and you take them out, they're definitely not going to be as good. Just, you're going to want to replace them. So replace your cotter pins. And that's about it. Let's put all this back together. Now, like I said in the video, I got so focused on actually getting the stuff apart that I kind of lost track of trying to record stuff, which isn't good if you're trying to do vlogs and DIYs, but I'm learning. An update on my LS, the original LS that I bought was really bad. You'll see pictures right now, but the LS was, it wasn't what I was told it was, and it was no fault of the guy who sold it to me. He actually didn't really know that it was in that condition, and he's a stand-up kid. He actually gave me my money back, so it's always good to do business with individuals who know the game, and you know what, you have that mutual respect type thing. So he actually gave me my money back for the engine. So now I'm kind of on the hunt for a new one. The car's still out, like it's still chilling. I haven't even started tearing it apart yet, which is killing me, but there are a few things I have to buy, like another engine, you know. I still have to buy another engine. But a bunch of the like little miscellaneous stuff I have, because he didn't want the engine back, considering it was bad. He just gave me the money back. He said, yo, I know you're trying to learn, so try to build this one, which I'll probably do later on, but for right now in this project to get the ball rolling, I just want another engine. Yeah, so I'm probably just gonna get another engine, and hopefully start tearing on the 300ZX soon. Like, projects like these can get you pretty dejected, but just keep thinking about the outcome. Um, I've never built a horsepower car. I've always wanted to build a horsepower car. I'm trying to do it now, so that's kind of like my mindset. Like, you know, you've been talking about this for a while, so get it done. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, all that crap. Tell your friends' friends, and see what happens.